Dior Homme Eau versus Prada L'Homme. Now these two have been so highly debated for so long now. So which one is actually better? Yo, what's up guys, Timmy here. Welcome back to another video on Imagine Scents channel. Today we have a comparison between Dior Homme Eau and Prada L'Homme. We're going to be looking at the scent department, performance department, versatility, compliment getting potential, and the price of these fragrances to see which of these you should pick up right now. And the reason we're talking about Dior Homme Eau, even though it's discontinued at the moment, if you guys did not know, it is discontinued right now, is because you can still find this at some Sephora. You can still find this sometimes on eBay. It pops up on some occasions still. So I wanted to talk about this battle first, just in case you do want to pick up Dior Homme Eau. This is a good time to pick it up before it becomes just completely all gone. First category we're going to talk about is the scent. We're going to start off with Dior Homme Eau first, since this one was released before Prada L'Homme. Now this one to me has this very nice, clean iris, kind of very officey feeling. It has a very similar DNA to Prada L'Homme, of course, this being the predecessor to Prada L'Homme. The iris in here is much heavier, it's much more classic, timeless smelling, feels a lot more corporate, feels a lot more professional, and a little bit more on the old school timeless vibe of the office kind of DNA. And the vibe that this fragrance gives off is one of just professionalism, one of reserve professionalism, calm, and very just logical. Like, you know what you're doing, like you're a logical person. You're not someone who would act on a bunch of emotion. This is one fragrance that would really give you a really nice, calming, logical kind of mood. It will put you in your chair, really critically thinking about your next move in the office. That's the type of vibe that this fragrance gives off, and I absolutely love it for that. It's so nice and pleasant and timeless smelling in this one, and I'm actually, the more I smell it, the more I just think it's just sad that it's being discontinued, or it's sad that it's already discontinued, because this is such a phenomenal scent. A lot of people say that this is being replaced with Dior Homme 2020, that they were in the same situation. I agree that those two fragrances are used in the same situation, but this one is much better, so Dior, please bring it back. So yeah, back to the scent. This one, very timeless iris fragrance, very professional, reserved, kind of a very calm and logical boss, a calm and logical manager. Very nice scent. I rate this one quite highly in terms of just overall enjoyment when I wear it. Next is Prada L'Homme. Now this one takes the iris office DNA and modernize it, makes it more fresh, makes it more of a luxury kind of fabric fragrance, and it just makes it smell a lot more mass appealing. That's the term here, mass appealing. Prada L'Homme is a much more mass appealing scent than Dior Homme Eau. Dior Homme Eau has a more kind of classic, like I said, timeless appeal, which doesn't appeal to as many people as Prada L'Homme does. This one is just, like I said, when it comes to more classic and more vintage, this one is not really vintage. When it comes to a more classic smelling scent, it is kind of an acquired taste when it comes to some people, but Prada L'Homme just takes that DNA and really just modernize it, mass appeal it, add a lot of freshness, and freshness does really well when it comes to the masses. People love fresh fragrances, people love fresh sweet, fresh spicy, fresh anything fragrance, people tend to love a lot more. So in terms of scent department, this one to me, Prada L'Homme, is a little bit superior over Dior Homme Eau. Although Dior Homme Eau is very nice, love the smell of this one, love wearing this one, but I cannot give this one the edge over Prada L'Homme, because Prada L'Homme just smells, like I said, so amazingly mass appealing, while still retaining kind of that really nice, luxurious, rich office vibe that Dior Homme Eau has. This one is just a lot more loosened up, but in my opinion, loosened up in this one is much better than kind of like a little bit too thick version here in Dior Homme Eau. So in the scent department, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Prada L'Homme. Next, we're gonna talk about the performance. Now Dior Homme Eau for me lasts around, at the lowest end, if I was to think, the lowest end is around 5 hours, and the highest end is 8 hours depending on my skin and the condition of the day. It lasts anywhere between 5 to 8 hours, that kind of range. And for me, for the office time, that's really good. Having like a median of 6 to 7 hours is very good, because that's a whole work day. There's no really much to complain about. The projection on this one is nice. It does leave a really nice scent trail. It has a really nice kind of lingering, deep, irisy, clean kind of scent trail. And that's one thing that Dior does well when it comes to their heavier fragrances, like the Dior Homme, Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum, Dior Homme Sport. Dior Homme 2020 also does this very well, and Dior Homme Eau does the same way. and that the heavier notes in all those fragrances tend to leave a very nice, lingering, long-lasting scent trail around the office or around the area that you wear it in that continues to smell nice for hours and hours on end. And that's something that I experienced with Dior Homme Eau, and that's something that I truly learned to enjoy from the Dior Homme line in general. The only fragrance from the Dior Homme line that does not do that is Dior Homme Cologne. Sadly, that one just sucks so much. Just watch my yesterday's video, you'll find out more about that. But Dior Homme Eau does have that really nice, long-lasting, irisy, heavy-ish scent trail that lingers around the office that just smells absolutely fantastic. So although the longevity of this one is not so beast mode, I still love the projection of this one, and the scent trail that it leaves is very nice. Now, Prada L'Homme lasts about the same time for me, 5 to 8 hours, 5 on the low end, 8 on the high end. This one to me has a very nice projection in the opening. In like the first 1 or 2 hours, has a very nice, strong, kind of fresh, attention grabbing projection. I love that thing for that. The longevity, like I said, is pretty on par with this. The only thing that Prada L'Homme is missing is that it doesn't have that very nice, long lasting, lingering scent trail that I like to have, especially when I'm in my own office. I like to just walk around the office and smell the scent of Dior Homme Eau every now and then. Prada L'Homme just doesn't have that. It really just sticks to my skin and projects out and dies out in the air kind of thing. So it really, the scent trail of Prada L'Homme is a little bit lackluster. But if you're looking for just a projection that can grab you some attention, Prada L'Homme definitely has much better projection in the opening for the first 2 hours. It's just that as it dries down a little bit more, the projection on Dior Homme Eau is much more consistent. This one dies down very fast. This one still projects consistently throughout the day, and maybe until the 3 to 4 hour marks when this one just starts to die down a lot on its own. So yes, in terms of performance, this one very much more consistent in terms of projection. This one is stronger projection, but not so consistent projection. So yes, in terms of performance department, so this is super hard. I would have to give the edge to Dior Homme Eau because that scent trail is really to die for. I love my office smelling like iris. This one is just so awesome for that. So the edge for performance has to go to Dior Homme Eau. Next category in terms of versatility, and suffice to say, these two are a tie. There's not much to say about it. The DNA of these two are just so similar. This one just deeper, this one is fresher, but at the end of the day, these two are still spring and summer fragrances for the office or for signature wear if you like to smell clean, like office type of clean. So these two used in exactly the same situation. Since the performance is also similar, there's not a difference in season as well that you can wear this, and there's not a difference in occasion that you can wear this. So in terms of versatility, these two get ties. Next, we have the compliment factor. Now this one you guys probably know just from listening to the scent department. All right, we're gonna start with Dior Homme Eau. Dior Homme Eau gets okay compliments. I would say in terms of the tier list, I would put this one maybe in the C tier. This one does get more compliments than Dior Homme Cologne, so it's definitely in the C tier department, but it's not going to be something that gets you too many compliments because projection, although consistent, is a little bit, you know, on the softer end, and it does not have the freshness that the other one has, that's Prada L'Homme has, which allows you to grab that kind of mass appealing type attention. So it's lacking that uber freshness to help you in that department. So C tier for compliment getting potential for Dior Homme Eau for men, and for Prada L'Homme, this one is absolutely, at the very least, A tier. It's so good. The first 2 hours is such a gem with this fragrance. I've gotten a lot of compliments from Prada L'Homme over the years that I've worn, especially that first 2 hours is just so bliss. The projection is just so good. The freshness is so well done. The iris is not too heavy. It's just a very much more mass appealing smell in comparison to Dior Homme Eau. So yes, this category, super short, not much more to say about it. C tier versus A tier. A tier definitely takes the cake. Lastly, we're gonna talk about the price of these two fragrances. Now, Dior Homme Eau at retail for this side is around $70 something, and Prada L'Homme at discounters is around $70 something as well. Now, the reason I don't put Dior Homme Eau in the discount category is because it's super hard now to find a discount. You can maybe only find it retail. I tried to look everywhere on eBay, and you only find maybe like a seller that sells it for like $50, but no box kind of thing, you know what I mean? So if you're gonna get it with box, full presentation, this one's gonna run you around $70 something, and this one at 50 ml, this size right here, is gonna run you $70 something at discounter. So these two are relatively the same price at this given time. As this video is being released, they're relatively even in price. Now, in terms of which one is more worth it, which one takes the cake in this category, I would say right now, at this moment in time, Prada L'Homme takes the cake. Because Prada L'Homme, you're gonna get a lot more confidence with this one. It's much more mass appealing, and to me, the DNA is easier to wear than Dior Homme Eau. Dior Homme Eau is $70 something, and don't forget you have to pay taxes as well because this is retail. You're not getting it off discounter, so there's tax on top of that, which makes this one a little bit over $80 when you actually purchase a bottle of this. And at that price point is a little bit too high. Dior Homme Eau used to be available for somewhere around $50 or less, maybe like $45 when it used to be more readily available. And at that price point, it was a phenomenal release. I would pay myself $50 for Dior Homme Eau at the most. And for Prada L'Homme, I would pay the most at like maybe $60, $65, but $70 is not too much of a overpricing there on the discounter side. So yeah, Prada L'Homme to me, more mass appealing. The smell itself, the DNA is much easier to wear. You'll enjoy wearing Prada L'Homme a lot more than Dior Homme Eau when you actually wear them now side by side, especially if you're in college, if you're a younger person, or you're somewhere between 20 to 30, you're definitely going to like Prada L'Homme a lot more than Dior Homme Eau. Unless you really love that kind of classic, timeless iris vibe of Dior, then you might like Dior Homme Eau more. But in terms of just which fragrance is worth the $70 price tag, I would say if you had to pick one right now at this moment, I would say Prada L'Homme is the one to go for. But if you already own Prada L'Homme and you want to get Dior Homme Eau, this is probably the best time to get it because the price is just going to go up and up and up and up. But that's besides the comparison, of course. That's if you just want to collect Dior Homme Eau. But again, back to the scent, this one takes the cake for being more worth it. So guys, that's it for this comparison video. Prada L'Homme is the winner of this one. Clear winner. It won in the scent department, compliment department, and price department, tying in versatility and only losing in performance. So yes, Prada L'Homme is definitely a superior fragrance when comparing head to head with Dior Homme Eau. Dior Homme Eau, the DNA is just a little bit too timeless, a little bit too old school in a way in comparison to Prada L'Homme, which is a lot more modern and a lot more easier to wear, like I said. So Prada L'Homme definitely takes the cake any day of the week, I would say, when you're wearing it side by side. But not to say Dior Homme Eau is a bad fragrance. It's still a very good fragrance. It's one that I really enjoy wearing myself. But just for me, anyway, my personal opinion, Prada L'Homme is just a better fragrance overall. Alright guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys find good use out of this video, and I'll see you guys next time with another one. Peace and bye.